Have you ever looked at a class assignment or a pile of clothes that you have to put away, or even a really fun project that you're supposed to get started on, and instead of doing it, you just kind of freeze? And you even know what to do, you just feel frozen and you can't get yourself into action. Getting started can be really challenging sometimes. It's not because we don't want to, and it's not because we don't know what to do, but for whatever reason, there is something that is in our way. It can feel like trying to move a big, sleepy elephant, or like you are stuck in place with the stickiest, most super glue, or like there is a big, invisible wall that is blocking you from moving forward. And while this all may feel impossible, it is a feeling that we all deal with from time to time. But we do have a getting started power that we can use to push past these challenges. It's the power to use strategies and jumpstart yourself to get into action. You just need that spark to get started. And speaking of getting started or getting into action, that is what our executive functioning skill focus of the month is: task initiation. Task initiation is how we get started on things. If we break it down, task is something needing to be done. This could be an activity, a chore, or an action of some sort. The word initiate means to begin, so initiation means beginning something. So together, task initiation means beginning something that needs to be done. Task initiation includes a few different things. It does include beginning a task or starting something, but it also includes stopping something to start another. So for example, when you're in the classroom and your class is working on, say, writing, and it's time to stop so that you can pack up and get ready to go home, that utilizes your task initiation skills. You have to stop working on writing so that you can start getting ready to go home. Or maybe when you're at home and you're watching TV, you have to stop watching TV so that you can go get ready for dinner and eat dinner with your family. This also relies on your task initiation. When we are super interested in something, it can be a lot easier to get started than it is for something that we're not so interested in. For example, if you told me that it was time for me to start watching a movie that I really enjoy, that would be a lot easier for me to get started on than washing the dishes. Washing the dishes is not something I love to do. Even though washing the dishes is really important, because if I don't wash the dishes, then bacteria will grow on my dishes, and then I want to have clean dishes to be able to cook on or to serve food on. So I still need to wash the dishes. It's just not as easy for me to get started. Even when things are really important, they can still be hard to get started on. And I need to use some strategies to help me get into action. When we're at school, task initiation is really important because we have a lot of different things to get through in our day. And if we're struggling with our task initiation, it can set us behind, or it can keep us from getting our work done. This happens to me sometimes, like when I have a home project that I want to work on. If I just say I've got this big project to do, it feels way too big and overwhelming. When I break it down into smaller chunks, it makes it feel a lot better. For example, over a holiday break, I decided I wanted to decorate my house. And I know that I have a lot of decorations, so this felt pretty overwhelming at first. But I knew that once I had those decorations up, I was going to feel so happy. It just was hard getting started at first, because I was thinking about the whole idea of decorating. But when I broke it down and I said, first I'm going to bring up the boxes, then I'm going to take everything out, and then I'll decide where everything should go, and finally I will put it there. It felt a lot more manageable. I also spiced it up and made it a little bit more fun for myself by playing some music that I really enjoyed while I was unpacking things. Before I did that, man, I did not want to get started. You might be someone who struggles with task initiation if you need a lot of reminders to get started on things. And when it's hard for us to get started, sometimes we can get stuck in this thinking trap where we think that we're lazy or uncooperative. And sometimes other people might start to think that too, but that's not necessarily true. There can definitely be more going on. Having a hard time getting started does not mean that you are bad or that you are incapable of doing difficult things or hard work. It does mean that you probably need some strategies to help you with getting started. Not to worry, we have some strategies for you this month. Over the next few lessons, we are going to be talking about some different obstacles for task initiation and some strategies to tackle them. So for now, all I need you to know is that task initiation means beginning something that needs to be done. And you can look forward to learning about some obstacles and some strategies so that you can improve your own task initiation, because it really is something that can be challenging for all of us. But if we can figure out some strategies to give us a spark to get started, we can really improve our task initiation and get a lot of things accomplished. And speaking of sparks and task initiation, let me introduce you to our superhero for task initiation, Spark Starda. Sparkstarta's power is to remove the invisible barrier between thinking about starting and actually getting started. So if you feel yourself stuck and not able to get started, call on Sparkstarta to give you that extra spark to get into action.